Okay, I feel that this needs to be addressed. I'm going to be squeaking and moving around a little bit. What I mean by this is for the last, oh geez, almost 2 months now. Has it really been that long? Yeah, it has. For the last 2 months, there's been a lot going on here for us in this house personally, and I decided that instead of dragging it out and being kind of cryptic about it on Twitter and not making videos for almost 2 months, maybe I should just come out and say it, what's going on, and why it's been so hectic around here. Going back into almost July, my stepdad's father had to go in and have, well, at the time, one of his toes removed from his left foot. This wouldn't have been bad, except he's also diabetic. And when he went in, he got the toe removed. He was at the hospital recovering, and then went to a nursing home to do therapy and recover some more. Well, it ended up he got an infection in his foot. So he had to go back a second time, and this time had to have the remaining 4 toes completely severed off his foot. Now, for a younger person, this probably wouldn't be such a big deal. The man's 80, well, going to be 87 years old. He's also a diabetic. And as anybody knows, that diabetics have the hardest time healing after an operation or an infection. Their bodies do not regulate well, and it makes it harder. Well, goes back to the nursing home again to start his recovery process so that he can do therapy so he can go home. That was back at near the end of July, and then goes into August. August, I don't mean to laugh, it's just kind of a coping mechanism I have. Yes, you can call it strange. In August, he goes back to the hospital because he's bleeding from somewhere in his esophagus. Now, that's bad. There's no laughing matter about that. That's bad. They didn't know where the blood was coming from originally. Come to find out, he had an artery in his esophagus that decided to burst. Just popped. Well, they managed to get it sealed back up, and sent him back. Now, just a week ago, a week ago, he had the same problem again. This time he went down to Henry Ford down in Detroit. They ended up, over the Memorial Day weekend, which was the end of August into September, they ended up finding the vein, and they used a little dinky band, and they cut it right off, or didn't cut it off, they just clamped it off with a band. And what they're hoping is that, and it has worked because he's back up here now, starting his recovery all over again. In fact, he had to go to a doctor's appointment for his foot over in the town not too far over. So anyways, he's back up here now, doing a lot better. That's not the only thing that's went on, though. As I also stated not too long ago on Twitter, my computer crashed hard. And what I mean by this is I had a cable, my SATA cable, went out. And during a lightning storm, it decided to knock Windows, for whatever reason, off of my main hard drive that I've had for quite a while now. I was getting the Windows, or the error to load OS. I thought I could fix it, and when in the process of trying to fix it, we had another power outage. And that power outage caused a whole bunch of issues and made it much harder to fix. So I had to go out and get an SSD. I could only afford a small SSD, a little 120 gigabyte SSD, more than big enough for what I needed it for, because all I needed to do is run Windows and a few programs on it. I have a 1 terabyte storage drive now inside my computer that holds everything, including all my files I thought I was going to lose. I was actually to the point of, you know what, I'm done with everything. I'm done with YouTube, done with making videos just for fun, because at that point it was almost soul crushing to me. On top of everything else that was going on, it was to the point that I had no energy left to do anything. I couldn't even think about doing videos. And I'm still working at. I've made now 2 videos today. That's why in the video you're probably going to see today, I'll be wearing the same shirt again today in this video, or vice versa. I don't know how I'm going to release them yet, but just know that it's been tough trying to get stuff done. I've had my own personal issues. My blood pressure has been going. I'm still trying to make, I'm trying to have fun with myself. That sounds odd. I'm still trying to have fun with I'm still trying to have fun with this and do things that are enjoyable, but it's been so hectic that this is the first time I've actually had that I could sit down in front of a camera and talk without either the phone ringing, someone stopping over, and they're asking me questions that I have no answers to. So I think I've prattled on around long enough about this. I just wanted to air it out there. There's nothing that I can do about it. There's nothing anybody else can do. It's just a matter of time. So with that, guys, hopefully everybody else is having somewhat more fun than I am right now. My entire summer was shot. It's gone, done, out of here. So here's to fall and winter hopefully being a little better.